Hello and welcome back, or if this is your first time here, welcome in. And a special hello to anybody who has recently done jumping jacks. Special hello to anyone who has a candle lit right now. Hope you're enjoying your nice little vibe. Special hello to anyone who is eating their lunch or taking a break at work or school right now. And special shout out to anyone who has eaten a grape. Just ever. Did really bad with those today, didn't I? Oh my goodness. I used to do videos on alpha men TikToks. I don't know when the last time I did one was, but that's also because I haven't really been doing YouTube for a while. I have this year. Almost all of these were pulled from TikTok, although I think there are a select few that I saw on Instagram Reels. As a lesbian, I'm always looking for tips on how to be an alpha male, so let's get the cowboy hat on, let's get the vibes a-going, and let's get into them. Let's get inside of alpha men's heads. Let's get in alpha men. Let's just open the videos. Wow. Between the alpha males and the nice guys, are you talking to women or are you not, men? Because I'm hearing differentiating opinions. That one just has me a little bit floored, a little bit speechless. This guy is saying, ladies, when will you realize that all men are cheating on you and fucking hate you? I've seen some things on the internet, and even I can still sit here and say not every man in the entire world is a cheater, and also it is not a flex to be a cheater. The fact that this guy is saying, ladies, sit down. Men have control. You suck. I'm gonna do what I want. 3 to 5 women. Buddy, I bet you can't get 3 to 5 women to talk to you in a day. I don't know why men like this think it's a flex to say that they're a bad person. They'll call it confidence, they'll call it ego, but in reality, it's just being a piece of shit. If you're consensually dating multiple people and people know that you're hooking up with other people, then that's one thing. But the way this is written as if this man is cheating on all of these women with each other. It's honestly embarrassing, and I hope that they all found out from that video. Oh no, it's a man with a podcast mic.
Hey, the women that want to be masculine, fine, but you probably won't be able to successfully pair bond with an alpha man, because that's alpha. Even if you alpha a little bit, would you want your alpha man to sometimes wear thongs? No, that's to you. You're like, no. Why would I want that? So why would a man want a woman that sometimes act like a man, that display male traits? You would disarm and render any man docile and impliable and feeble. When you apply femininity and sexuality, that literally disarms us. We can't bypass it. There's something in us that do not allow us to bypass it. But if you come aggressive like a master, come on, what's up? Yeah. I'm ready. Right. And you not gonna out masculine me.
There's one word that comes to mind when I heard that ending, which is insecure. If your girl is portraying a single masculine trait and your response is to go toe-to-toe with her and puff out your chest, oh my god, please stay away from women. All women should get a restraining order. Holy shit. There's so much to break down about this one. To successfully pair bond with another human being, you mean to have a close relationship, which people can do in different ways because everyone's different and looking for something different. For instance, he said, you wouldn't want your man to wear lingerie. Gotcha, bitch. There's lots of women who would. There are plenty that would. They're just speaking in masculine and feminine terms, but trying to speak about it as if it's fact because they like to back it with the animal kingdom, which I'm sure we'll see a little later. So if you're not kind of seeing where this is leading, it's basically any trait that's not submissive and to the man's will is basically seen as masculine in this community. It gives me the ick and it creeps me out that people want a partner that they can fully and completely control. See, you can see it here. He's saying that those masculine traits will disarm and render any man docile, pliable, and feeble when you apply femininity to him. Basically meaning that women should be disarmed, docile, and weak and feeble. That's what he's saying the woman should be like, but that's how you make the man feel when you show masculine personality traits, and that just gives me the fucking ick. People are all into different things. People are all into different types of people. There's definitely people out there that are into more masculine, protective men, and there's nothing wrong with that. but it's the way that you talk about women that gives me the ick. And the way that you talk about men too, as if they're worth less for being more feminine or not portraying these masculine features and traits. Alpha Man daily tweets, God, I love these. I am normally a nice guy with a lot of patience, but don't test the monster inside of me. Don't test the monster inside of Keppy. God, it's the Joker in the back. Ugh, it just feels so weird when people look up to these characters that are not supposed to be good characters to look up to. It's like how people look up to like Patrick Bateman from American Psycho when he's supposed to be like corporate greed and violence and emotionless and uncaring and egotistical, and then people will make like memes and edits and videos of him being like, I wish I was like this, meant to be more like this. I feel the same way with the Joker edits. It's very much the same vibe. Not somebody to look up to. Also, the monster inside me, it's always so like threatening. Like, why does it always come down to violence? It's like with the last guy, he was like, ooh, I'll go toe to toe with you. And then with this one, it's like, don't let the monster out of me. Chill. Not everything has to jump to fucking violence. Oh my God. I'm normally a nice guy with a lot of patience. I don't believe that. I don't. I'm sorry. If you get on your computer and you have to type out a tweet saying, I'm actually a really nice guy, but don't test me, I fucking don't believe you. I have a new boyfriend that's better than you, and I'm happy now. Me. Oh, honey, did you forget your boyfriend is an employee for my company? Where's your company located? Under the slide at elementary school with that spelling? Oh my God. I'm just imagining now, like a bunch of 4th grade boys, and they're all like congregated under the slide having a business meeting on like selling their Pokemon trading cards. The new hire is his ex's new boyfriend, and he's like, look who's working for me now. See how much you can get for that Charizard. The girl's just like walking by in her little sundress with her little lollipop, and he's like looking at her. Yeah, sweetie, you wish you would have stuck around with this. I'm a real entrepreneur now. And he's just got like his little Spider-Man backpack with like open packages of like cards that aren't even sleeved. It always comes down to money. Oh, even if, let's say, scenario real, this guy, he now owns the company that the new boyfriend has to work at. Okay, you probably suck really bad. Like, you probably are the fucking worst. If you're like, I own company, but you leave me, yeah, you probably really suck. If she left you because she was like, you don't make enough money, and then you become CEO of company man, and then she's like, oh, I guess that means one thing for the meme, but it just sounds like you suck. And so she left you and dated somebody better. She would rather date somebody that is on a corporate level below you than be with you. So it's not like much of a flex to say that your personality is really bad. I promise they're not all alpha male daily videos, but come on, we have to watch a few. Okay, I know this one is basically the first one, but I just need you to see it. I'm 99% nice guy, but oh, that 1%. You don't want to mess with me, especially on a full moon, especially on a blood moon. You don't want to see what happens. Plot twist, he's not like just an alpha male, he is the alpha wolf. You don't want to see what happens when the 1% comes out. He like goes into the bathroom and comes out in a full fursuit, and he's just going to a con. She blocked me on social media. I called her, told her to unblock me. She unblocked me. Then I blocked her. We block girls. Girls don't block us. I like that girls is censored. If you're searching the word girls on Twitter, he doesn't want you to see this because he knows how bad you'll actually fucking roast him. Or I guess it's probably more so used in a way where like girls is a bad thing, so you're censoring it to be like, ew, girls. Girls icky. Ew. Imagine being so caught up in the drama that you take the energy and time to reach out to somebody who already has like blocked you to try to get them to speak to you again, and like begging and like giving them more of yourself, and then being like, now I get to block you. She didn't want to talk to you anyways. Got her. Alpha men don't get ignored. Alpha men do the ignoring. Skipper, I can only assume you're doing bad things right now, bud. By those noises, I can only assume you're doing things you're not supposed to do. He was trying to eat plastic. Oh my God, I look like a farmer and this is my cow.
I am silent. But if you cross the limit, I will be violent and you will be silent forever.
I make my moves in silence. That's why I'm telling you about how silent I am when I make my moves. Because I want you to understand that I myself don't talk. I work in silence. But what that means is that when I'm not silent, I'll get violent to make sure you forever silent. If you cross my boundaries, I'm gonna dismember you. You know what's funny about this? The lioness is actually the provider and hunter for a pack. If it came down to the male, the pack would die and starve. So this is a really wrong portrayal to use. I think people think lion, tough, strong, but in reality, the male lion is not the one to look up to in a pack. Like you're telling me this should be a pack leader right here? This right here? He was trying to eat plastic.
Did you know that all women that's having menstrual cycles right now shouldn't be having them, and it's unnatural? Women are meant to have one cycle once every 4 years. But based on the diet and the way everybody treat their bodies, you have a period.
I wish that was true. I have never wanted to be wrong more than I want to be right now. But unfortunately, you're lying. I don't know if it was for clout. I don't know if it's because you genuinely believe it. But the idea that you got on to TikTok and tried to tell women that it's the way they treat their body, that's why they have a period. I can't keep doing this, guys. I can't keep waking up and seeing this shit. I know that historically women have periods and it's what we see in modern time as well, and it's a very normal thing, and doctors around the world understand it. There's entire practices of medicine based around women and women's reproduction and therefore menstrual cycles, but you should listen to me. It's because you eat bad. It's your fault, actually, that you have a period. So maybe if you just did better and, I don't know, ate more salad, you'd stop, period. If period stopped salad, I would not have a period. I love a salad. Give me a Caesar, give me a house salad, give me a Greek salad. I'm tearing it up on cycle once a month. I work out. Still there, bud, like clockwork. That was brave of him to make that video. I couldn't even find the original one. Every single one I saw of this video was a stitch because clearly he made some people very angry. I wish I had the rest of the video because I want to know what he says. Like, I need to know, but I couldn't find the rest of it. I'm sure it's out there somewhere though. This next one is like Instagram post that you swipe through, so I'll read it to you. How to talk like Anne Sigma. Sorry for being late. Thank you for waiting. Do you like dancing? You look like the kind of girl that likes to dance. Tell me something about you. I know I'm super interesting, but let's talk about you. Oh, I don't know why people think that people love egotistical assholes, because I promise you most people don't. Most people do not. If you walk up to somebody and you're having a conversation and you go, listen, I know I'm super interesting. I get you want to circle this conversation back to me, but what about fucking, I guess, give me a fact about you. I'm walking away. I'm not just walking away, I'm spinning and running. Spinning, pivot, run. That is the most douchey thing I've ever heard. Do you like dancing? You look like the kind of girl that likes to dance. If somebody, and I know I'm not an alpha man's type, I know that I'm not the one they're going up to. I'm just using me for an example. If somebody came up to me and said, you look like the kind of girl that likes to dance, I would say yes, and then I'd break out in the Australian Olympics breakdance on the fucking floor. No, just ask people about their hobbies. It's so insecure to me that people want to rewrite their entire frame of thinking in the way they speak to others just to appear more alpha. And by the way, what kind of fucking alpha has to get on the internet and look up tips on how to be more alpha? Wouldn't that by definition not make you alpha? Like, by definition, that would make you a follower, an Omegaverse. Let's not, okay? Stupid pun. Every guy wants to get fitter until they realize they have to spend 650 pounds a month on food to get their 3,500 calories a day and need at least 3 girlfriends to keep up with their newfound drive. And then the caption is, there's always a trade-off in life. Every guy wants to get fitter until he realizes he has to cheat on his girlfriend and bang a bunch of women and lie to them and make them feel like shit and ruin their absolute trust because they decided they needed to work out and get their calories in. Everybody knows once you start hitting the gym, you have to be an absolute Chad. Unfortunately, after this video, I am doing arms today, which means that I will be turning into an unrecognizable 1% monster. Watch out. God, the mindset is just so fucking toxic. Have you ever thought about just working out because you enjoy it and because you enjoy being fit and being a nice person? Or is that just like really hard to do? Clearly impossible for some people. All right, we have 2 more. They're both by the same person. This guy has made hits such as How to Walk Like an Alpha, which we've reviewed on this channel before.
We gotta talk about boobs, because they literally are like a magnet drawing our male eyes towards them. How are you gonna not look like a creepy weirdo always staring at her boobies? What I would recommend, if you have a difficult time making eye contact with the spicy senorita, look at her forehead. Right here, gentlemen, right above her eye. And this is a lot more comfortable for a lot of guys when it comes to making eye contact. If you're somebody that really has a difficult time making eye contact because you are a little bit shy or it's just uncomfortable for you, the simple act of looking above their eyes is as effective because you can't tell the difference.
You know what's funny? Had this video only been the last bit, the part that says, are you somebody who's a little shy and has trouble making eye contact because it makes you nervous? Hey, here's a tip. Look at their forehead. It'll make it look like you're looking, but maybe it'll help you feel more comfortable. Would have been like a really nice video. Would have been a really sweet, good tip video. But instead he has to start it with, are you a guy who can't just help looking at a pair of honkers right in front of you? Are you just a sexual deviant who can't help but have every single thing you do be controlled by your sex drive? Do you just not see women as people and objects? Well, do I have a tip for you? I think the tip you need to do is keeping your tip to yourself. And I mean both versions.
Handshake. Everybody has shaken somebody's hand that was a cold, wet, dead fish that didn't apply any pressure. We also have shaken people's hands that are too firm and aggressive, like they're trying to crush our hand and prove something, which they prove that they're a douche. You gotta master the handshake. It's about proper pressure and perfect timing. You've gotta anticipate the timing. It's web to web. It's staying open until the moment of contact and then quickly grabbing and applying pressure. 1, 2, 3, and you're out. Now, you wanna take it next level? Touch the top of their hand. So it's a double. You go in and this other hand comes on top of it. This is an incredibly powerful and masculine way to shake. It also is going to engage the person and let them know that you're not afraid to actually touch them.
Because when I shake somebody's hand, I want them to know I'm not afraid to touch them. That's a weird statement to make. Yeah, it's so alpha to have somebody tell you how to shake hands. That video just comes off as somebody with severe anxiety trying to control a situation and make it go as well as it can when it's just a very, very simple interaction. And I say that as somebody who has struggled with very bad anxiety. Like, thinking so harshly about how you're going to do a 2-second interaction, I almost feel bad for him, or people who like genuinely are watching that. I would feel a lot more bad if it wasn't for the last video of his that we just saw. You know, I started to be like, oh, that's really sad, and then I was like, this is the guy who just said as he can't stop staring at tits, just point blank. So I don't fucking know, guys. I wish I could say I got some helpful tips, but I just didn't. Hopefully you did. Have a great day. I will see you guys later. If you liked the video, please like it. If you really liked it, consider subscribing. And I will see you later, partner. Bye.